Yo, what's going on, guys? I want to talk about something that I have been doing in the past few weeks that I've noticed has been a huge difference and really just elevated my life at a day to day level. So, the basic thing is doing the thing that is monotonous, doing the boring thing. And it has more to do with just doing the things that you know you have to do on a day-to-day level, whether they be just cleaning the dishes, whether it be washing your car, whether it be cutting your hair, like hygiene, whether it be um, I don't know, going grocery shopping. What I know is that, at least for myself in my experience, what I often saw was when I got caught up pursuing something specific, a specific goal, I would find myself pushing away these things that were a necessity but also annoying and tedious for me. And through the past few weeks, and also the past few months, I've realized that it's been in the monotony that I've found a lot of joy. And I say this because, as a father, you have to be there for your son. Like, you have to be there for your children. And so, I can't just be thinking about the next thing I'm going to do while I'm with my child, because I'm doing him a disservice and he's not feeling me as a father. He's not feeling my energy, my presence. And so I think about that on a day to day. It's like, wow, I need to be brought even further, even deeper into the mundane. I need to be brought further there, because oftentimes, especially being a spiritual individual, early on or a few years ago, or even recently, we could say I was just so caught up with trying to be somewhere else, with the next thing, the vision, and that would disconnect me from the now. And so, in doing the boring thing and doing the daily things that you need to do, you are tying yourself closer and closer to that which is around you. And one thing that I have been thinking about lately, which has been a purely just and it's something that has brought me so much, even like to a point of like ecstasy, so much joy, has been this idea of, if I can match my intention with the moment, then I can enter bliss. Matching my pure intention with the moment that is happening now. So completely immersing myself in the moment. So if I'm doing dishes, then I'm gonna do dishes completely. And if I'm doing, um, if I'm washing my car, I'm gonna wash my car completely. And so when I'm in that, there's like no blockages. Like, there's no me doing the thing to get it done. It's me doing the thing and discovering something as I'm doing it. Like today, I was washing my car. I asked my father-in-law to just help me out with a few things. I needed to roll the window up. I had some issues with it. Basically, he figured out, because he has more experience. He told me that it was most likely that there was a switch that was not working because the window wasn't rolling up. Initially, he thought it was going to be just the motor of the window itself that wasn't working anymore. But then we played around with the windows thanks to his guidance, and we were able to see that it was actually just a switch, most likely, that I just need to replace. And the Windows motors are all working just fine. It was just a matter of switching out a switch that might just be broken. And um, and uh, and it was cool because we got to find it out together. We got to discover that together, and we wouldn't have had that moment, which felt like a connecting moment, if I had not washed my car, and if I had not asked him for help, and if I was not open to exploring what was going on. Because honestly, having it been me in the past, I would have just been like, well, my windows are just not working, and it's not a big deal. I mean, I don't care. But because of my desire to connect with the moment, to connect with my car, to really figure out what is going on, I was able to have this moment of connection, and I was able to also connect with my car. Both, so I was able to connect with my car and also with my father-in-law, and then with myself, because now I was feeling that I was learning, I was getting something out of this. I was like, discovering something new about my car, because then I made that whole connection to how I'm learning about coding. He basically broke it down. My father-in-law broke it down like if it was a coding issue. We were debugging, we were testing, we were theorizing, and then um, eventually we narrowed down to a few possible issues. And so now the next debugging would be me going out and replacing the switch and seeing if that works. And so that was awesome. So now it's like coding is in my life, and so I'm learning about it and it's extending me. And now I'm also coming out of washing my car and wanting to learn more. I'm like, how can I learn more about my car? Like, how can I be like a mechanic? That like it'd be awesome if I had the knowledge of a mechanic, and I'm just a regular person. The dream would just be to be able to take care of my car on my own and save a lot of money, and then also just learn a lot about cars. Like I just like the idea about seeing how technology works and how we're tying the mechanical with the electrical, and then also tying that with what I'm learning about computer science, and curiosity pushing me towards learning about electricity, like how we can harness electricity, and just fixing things fixing electronics, for example. Like, dude, it never stops. The learning never stops, and so it's in the mundane where I'm finding this joy, where I'm finding this discovery. And previously, I hear it's like so many business people. It's like, oh, I just pay people to fix stuff. Like I just delegate stuff. Like that's the major game changer. And I think that's fine. Like if you are hyper focused on business, then it makes sense to delegate. But I am not. I'm not hyper focused on business. I'm if anything not hyper focused. I guess I'm hyper focused in the now, in the process. And so I don't see things as a means to an end. I'm seeing things as a means to just be me, to continue to be me. And so there's nothing, there's no priority over another thing. Like if I'm washing the dishes, that's just as important as me waking up early so that I can get some work done. If I'm I don't know, if I'm cooking food, then that's just as creative as me editing a video. And I'm discovering that it's like, wow, I'm gaining much more control over the things around me. Like the kitchen is a place for creativity. I was cleaning today. It was Saturday. I just cleaned a lot. Cleaned the kitchen. I cleaned the car. And I did that after having been able to also work on my business and work on these things that I'm really interested in. And so it just keeps on flowing. And I think that it's like every day it continues to get better. I continue to get surprised, and it's great because like my wife gets some help around the house. She gets help around the house, but more importantly, she gets a present husband. And we used to always fight because I was so focused on one thing, right? I was like, I gotta do this, I don't have time. I gotta do this, I don't have time. And so me, I'm just done working that way. I'm just done living that way. And so a lot of people, I'm gonna see them, and I'm gonna see them be like, well, delegate, focus, narrow your focus, stop, exploring these things. And I'll just say like, nah, like everything is a part of the process. Like for like example, like a car. Why wouldn't you want to learn about your car? Like it's a thing that's taking you from A to B. It's a thing that like aren't you curious about that? And this is just a newfound awakening too, just because like for example, people take for granted just computers in general. For me, I did. I know I did for sure, and I don't blame them. There's no judgment. It's just like bringing awareness to the mode of operation that people often have. So, in gaining curiosity around the things that I already have, I'm able to expand my understanding, and so every second is a new discovery. So, if I had to say, like, what is one way to enjoy your life? Like, like every day you're gonna enjoy your life 1% better. You're gonna have better days consistently. The one way to do it is to begin to, you know, um, it's to focus on the mundane. It's to go in to the boring stuff, the things that you have to do, the throwing of the trash, the washing of the car, the cleaning of, I don't know, the trimming of your beard. Like I need to do that soon too, and so looking forward to those things, being able to see them just as important as being just as important as learning about that new thing, or you putting in the hours for your business. If you're able to do that, I think that um, every second can be energizing, and everything, there's balance. That's pure balance everywhere. So yeah, I would say that, and try it out. Do like and I think the reason this works so well is because what you'll see that what you often took for granted, what you often thought was the boring thing, or what you often thought was the annoying thing that got in your way, becomes the thing that actually brings you closer to yourself. Because like if you're able to do the boring thing and you're able to enjoy doing it, then you'll never not be enjoying things. Like you'll never stop being content. Because if in the boring things or in the tedious things and annoying things you find joy, then like what can't you find joy in, right? There's nothing that you won't be able to find joy in. So I think that's the hidden secret. That's like the hidden thing, like the thing that you got like you look under the rock, and it's been there all the time, and then there's like the shiny object being like the contentment that you've been seeking all along. You've been looking up out there, knowing or thinking that it's gonna be over there, but it's been by your feet underneath the rock that you just think to be just a plain, boring, regular rock. So I hope that this is helpful. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Stay lucid. Peace.